Tobagonians want the reformed constitution to embody equity in status between Trinidad and Tobago. The National Advisory Committee on Constitutional Reform held a public consultation at the Belle Garden Multipurpose Facility on Thursday night to gather views on what should formulate the terms of reference for constitutional reform. Kandace Jackson has further details in this report.
The rushed formulation of the Constitution in 1962 meant that some of the legislations made then are now problematic for Trinidad and Tobago's 21st century functioning. One such flaw in the Constitution is the lack of equity in status between the two islands. According to Belle Garden resident Marlon Rajman, this is reflected in simple legislation such as the Motor Vehicles and Road Traffic Act.
What is the maximum width of a goods vehicle in Trinidad and Tobago? 8 feet in Trinidad, 7.5 feet in Tobago. I don't know how many vehicles lose half a foot when coming off the boat.
Rajman explained that minor disparities in legislation frustrate citizens in many sectors daily. Economist Dr. Kandace Jackson stated that such problematic laws could be avoided if the Constitution included the views of communities throughout Trinidad and Tobago in its legislation.
Our education efforts, our entrepreneurial development efforts, we want to be there. We want the THA to be reorganized so that there are institutional arrangements mandated by the Constitution. They can't escape it. To allow us as the community to go to their hearings or whatever you want to call them.
Equity in status is not a new suggestion from Tobagonians, as it arises in every round of consultations regarding the island's self-governance. Former Assemblyman Max James is wary that this process of constitutional reform will ignore current self-governance bills before Parliament and years of views from Tobagonians.
Are these ideas that are the GSC now subsumed or are subsumptive to these talks? Are these talks just an election gimmick? Should they be taken seriously?
James was not alone. Several residents expressed their disappointment with another process that heard the same views without any real effort to settle the matter of self-governance once and for all. However, committee member Dr. Terence Farrell assured them that the process is not meant to interfere with the bills. It will inform Tobago's position on how self-governance should be incorporated into the Constitution.
From Tobago, we got those views, but when we are giving in our report, we will comment on the bills that are in front of the Parliament based on the issues that we've identified that may have implications for the larger exercise. That's how we have defined our rule.
Other contributions from residents address national matters such as crime and the system governing public servants. Kandace Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.